Hello, social media viewing audience. This is my first video post, so I look forward to meeting all of you. My name is Stacy Marshall, and I'm an education specialist with Mitel, which means I help design, support, and facilitate bringing people together to have meaningful conversations through their voice communication tools. And in doing so, myself and my team like to walk a day in the life of our clients. In Q4, I should say, of 2020, we conducted 10 focus groups and spoke to over 500 educators in varying roles. We also spoke to parents and community officials. On this video, I want to share with you the most common areas of communication breakdown that escalated into friction points. COVID came in like a lion last year and hasn't yet leapt like a lamb. Schools without technology, time, or direction faced additional challenges. I recall one assistant principal in Florida telling me that her word for 2020 was pivot. So let's walk through a day in the life of the community at large. Unfortunately, the initial call breakdown or communication breakdown starts right off the bat with an incoming call. We all know our school's phone numbers, the campus phone numbers, and it should be simple to dial the school. However, because we were all working various schedules in a virtual environment, many of us were working from home, most of those calls went unanswered. So out of necessity, the educators signed up for free online services that they can use to call forward the school phone number, the school's main number, to their external number. The problem with that is that only one call gets processed at a time. So as you can imagine, with all of the changes and the pivoting needing to take place, parents, community officials were calling into the school at a more rapid pace, and only one call was being forwarded and answered at any given time. To compound the issue, the call forwarding doesn't have a schedule allowance, so the calls were being call forwarded 24/7, which also meant that most often parents fell into a voicemail box that wasn't associated with the school. They didn't know to leave a voicemail message. It's about their student, their child. Is it a proper, secure environment to leave this kind of information? There was a lot of hesitation to do so. So around the conflict went again. The parent hung up, called back in, increased the call volume, and at this point, they're only receiving continuous ring, no answer, or busy signal. If they left a voicemail message, this is where the second most common conflict occurred. And that was when the educator went to call back the parent. And in doing so, the phone number or the caller ID was not associated with the school. So very often, those of us living in a work from home environment don't answer phone numbers that we don't recognize. So we were not answering the school's return phone calls. Once again, the cycle spun up again, and the educators took an additional step. Most told us that they pulled out their personal cell phone and did a pretext, an SMS, to the parent to let them know that they would be calling from this unfamiliar phone number. Finally, as tensions rose, many parents jumped into their students' online educational account, just randomly, not knowing if there was a class going on, not knowing if the teacher was in a different session, not even knowing if they were available. I think we should take a moment, thank our educators, realize that as a community at large, we dealt with a very difficult year in the best way we knew how. But now that we know better, we could do better, and planning is the key to that. I'm suggesting that we take the momentum of 2021 and move forward. There's a very simple answer. Mitel's Unified Communications, or UC tools, and our voice communication platforms allow for very simple processing of calls. They can find me, follow me, which means they'll forward wherever you're working. And best of all, or best yet, the parent only had to dial the school's main phone number, not a third unrelated service. No one had to go purchase a third unrelated service, which now I'm sure the parents have as another phone number if times get difficult again. So let's consolidate to work together and to solve for a very easy solution. Not only will the Mitel communication software find you and follow you on anywhere you're working, but you're also able to answer on any device. That will include a mobile soft phone, a PC, laptop, a tablet, or you can bring your physical work device home. In that same scenario, you can schedule your availability. And if you miss a call, you're able to change your status on the fly. Callers that go into your voicemail will go into the school associated voicemail. They'll have the option to dial 0 and try to reach someone else. Moving forward, if you've experienced any of these types of communication, friction, or call breakdown, please reach out. I'm standing by.